Yo guys, what is going on? Savage here. Today we're going to be discussing the upcoming change to the Grau. Now I know the update hasn't come out yet, and I know everyone's gonna be waiting for the update before they post their content, but I want to be ahead of the curve, give you guys some insight of what to expect, what to look forward to, and how to adjust to the new meta that's going to be created with this. I'm gonna try to keep this as unscripted as possible, just talk to you guys from my heart and my opinions. If I seem to jump around a little bit, bear with me. Now guys, before we get into it, subscribe to the channel right now. 70% of you guys that watch this channel on a daily basis are not subscribed to the channel. So guys, that big old red box that says sub, smash the shit out of it. Also, while you're at it, smash that thumbs up button. Let's go ahead and get this video to 200 likes, and follow me on Twitch if you're into live streams. Now, talking about the Grau and the meta changes, there's gonna be a massive change, just like there is anytime there's a massive update. Every time an update comes out, I for one struggle massively for the first 2 or 3 days as I'm trying to figure out the new meta, how to play the map differently, what weapons are better. And a lot of people are going to struggle with that as well, and that's why I'm putting out this video. I want you guys to kind of know what to expect. That way you can either A, get used to the new weapons you're going to use, B, kind of plan out what you're going to do, or C, just say, F it, YOLO Savage, you're a crazy bitch. But guys, how is the meta going to change with the new Grau update? It's going to change drastically. Why? Because the majority of players lack accuracy and recoil control. Now guys, I'm not attacking people, I'm not attacking anyone, I'm not saying everyone in this game's shit. I lack accuracy on a lot of weapons as well. There's only a handful of weapons I use because I know the recoil patterns on them. The other weapons I am clueless to, and that just goes with every player for the most part. So what are you gonna see? Well, if you remember when the game came out, remember you running through the Warzone map and all of a sudden you just see a mountain of glares, scopes everywhere, just glaring on you? Exactly what you're gonna look forward to. The sniper meta is going to be increased drastically for 2 reasons. One, most players that use the Grau prefer sniping. I, for one, am a sniper, and I've been using the shit out the Grau. For one reason, it's just impossible to snipe right now. Mostly because Betty Joe with the Grau, no matter how bad they are at the game, if they hit you once, you flinch up to the sky, even with the pert flinch, and now you're dead because it just laser beams the shit out of you. There's really no reason to use snipers right now because of the Grau. And 2, there is an upcoming sniper rifle coming out soon, and some people will try to work on their sniping game to get better with that. Now, I can't scream that this is factual information, but my experience with this BR and every other BR I've ever played, I can almost promise you that you guys are going to see an influx in snipers. Now, how's that going to change the game in general? It's going to slow it down a lot for multiple reasons. One, if everyone's sitting on ridges and rooftops camping, what are you going to do? People aren't going to be running around confident with the Grau knowing they're about to beam somebody because, you know, it's the most perfect gun in the game. They're going to be sitting on rooftops. They're going to be sitting on ridges. It's just going to slow the game down. It's going to be a huge momentum shift. Right now, you have people with the Grau running around confidently, jump shot and crouch shot and bunny hop shot and jumping out of vehicles, diving off rooftops. When you're confident with a weapon in any game, you're usually a better player because of it. When you lack confidence in video games, just like in real life, you're going to struggle. Confidence is key to anything. People don't have a weapon to be confident with, they're going to struggle big time, and they're going to go back to what they know best, sitting on a hill or rooftop sniping. When it comes to sniping, guys, I think you're going to see an increase in the use of the Finnick as well. You kind of see the Finnick every now and then, but it's not too common. Mostly, again, the Grau is such a beam. People don't need to push buildings. They'll just sit on the outside and wait for it to come out and then beam your face in. And then of course, if people are running snipers in general, they have their range. So what do they need next? They need their close range. It's going to be a real pain in the ass pushing the snipers on hills and rooftops who have the range on you and are popping shots at you. And when you get close to them, they're going to have the Finnick to shred you, either them or their teammates. It's going to become a lot more campy of a game. Now, not against this update by any stretch of the imagination. The Grau should have been nerfed fucking weeks ago, but we have to deal with what we have. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the Bruin and what I think this thing can do. Now, the Bruin, again, I'm sure you've picked it up, especially with this skin on it. It is a variant that you can get out of a crate in Warzone. But this gun is an absolute monster. I took that gun, I copied it, and I just went ahead and redid the attachments to what I felt was better. Now, again, the Bruin can be built in like 3 or 4 different ways, and we're just going to cover one way right now. If the Bruin does prove to be the new meta, I will make other build videos on it when the time comes. But to go ahead and dive into this Bruin and what I love using, the Bruin, this thing is nasty. It's big, it's bulky, it is fun to use. Now, monolithic suppressor, this should just be a given at this point for every gun. When it comes to the barrel, your Summit is going to be the best one for range. Now, again, if you want to build something that's kind of similar to the Grau, this would be it. Anything else is going to take away your range and your accuracy. Now, with this barrel, you do lose ADS speed, and this is kind of the hindrance of this gun compared to the Grau. The Grau has amazing ADS speed. This gun does not. But because this gun lacks ADS speed, we're going to do a couple things to this gun to kind of help and make up for that. Now, you can choose to iron sight this gun if you want. If you do choose to iron sight this weapon, and this thing has pretty decent iron sights, I would recommend for a stock, you put the tac stalker on. What that does right there is help your aiming stability, increases your accuracy and your control. Everything else really hinders that. The only other stock that I might consider would be the skeleton stock because it helps your ADS speed. Again, I do believe ADS speed has a lot to do with making a weapon great, but when it comes to your AR, if you're rocking an SMG, you really don't need ADS speed that much if you're shooting at targets medium to long range. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the VLK on there. I've really become a huge fan of VLK, especially on mouse and keyboard. It's just so nice to have an extra zoom on the target when you're shooting at them. As far as the underbarrel is concerned, I love the commando. I use this as a rule of thumb. Your close range guns, Merc foregrip, or even the Ranger foregrip, depending on what kind of build you're going with, right? But usually Merc. Close range Merc, long range commando. I love the commando because it helps your aiming stability and your recoil stabilization. This helps the gun just become an absolute laser, an absolute monster. Actually, looking at this now, I have the rear stipple on here. I'm gonna remove this. I was testing the gun out. I'm gonna put the 60 round mag on. The reason why is look at the benefits you get from the 60 round mag. You have your ADS speed, your sprint to fire speed, your movement speed, and your detachable magazine. Now, your reload's going to be super fast compared to having that big old Betty on it, right? Even the standard one. Your ADS speed, again, I'm saying ADS speed is extremely important with any gun, not so much as your medium to long range, but you still want it if you can get it. Your sprint to fire speed, if you're running, I mean, it's common knowledge, guys. Your movement speed as well. These are all a huge necessity. Movement speed comes into play. That way, if you're slide canceling, you know, your movement speed's not hindered. But yeah, this is pretty much the bad boy that I recommend. I absolutely love this gun. I have a lot of fun with this weapon. It feels like an AR, shoots like an LMG. I mean, shit, who wouldn't have a blast with this gun? Definitely recommend you guys try it out right now. If you like it, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, and the second gun I'm going to recommend is going to be the M4. Now, I love the M4. It's still, even with the Grau buff, I still use this gun a really good amount of time. Probably about half my gameplay since the Grau has been amazing. I've been using this. It's just a fun gun to use. You know, it's a little bit more challenging than the Grau, but it packs a punch, boy. You will down an enemy way faster than you will with the Grau. Even with the Grau's fast rate of fire, this thing can just punch down an enemy even faster. The only downfall to this compared to the Grau is it has a lot more recoil, a lot more kick, so it's not as much of a laser. You're gonna miss some shots until you get used to the recoil control. Now, again, monolithic at this point, that's a given, right? I like the Grenadier. Again, this is personal preference, but I think this is what the majority of players who use the M4 use. Also, on top of that, I use the Commando foregrip, the 60 round mag. Those are just given as well. Commando foregrip, again, foregrips, long range Commando all the way. Now, when it comes to stock, this is personal preference. I'm going to use the tac stock to help with my ADS speed. I do have a variant of this gun where I remove this and I put on the VLK. Again, I've really fallen in love with the VLK lately. But this gun right here is just fun to use iron sights. I don't know why. I really like the iron sights on it. But look, guys, it's going to be a pain in the ass when they nerf the Grau. A lot of us are going to like it. A lot of us are going to hate it. But guys, whether you enjoy the Grau or you don't enjoy the Grau, this update's going to affect everybody. It's going to change the meta of the game drastically. So guys, get ready for it. Start utilizing other weapons in your downtime. Get used to different recoil patterns. Just practice, practice, practice. Now, me saying all this, they may come out with a massive, massive balance change to all weapons. I don't know. But just judging by what Activision's been doing over the past couple months with Warzone, I don't foresee that happening. They usually only hit a couple guns at a time. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below what guns you think are going to be part of the new meta, what playstyle you think is going to be part of the new meta. Let me know you guys' opinion. We can make another follow-up video on that. Also, guys, if you watch my series on how to get better at Warzone, where we break down all the gameplay, I am now welcoming viewer gameplay. So if you guys want to go ahead and submit that to YouTube and DM me the link on Twitter, I will be more than happy to go over it and post it on my channel. But guys, y'all have a good one. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, boys. My God, I can't jump this fucking wall.
Broke his armor.
Hit one once.
Hey, what are these people doing, bro? Why else are spread out?
One's going up top.
Guy left in the electronics store.
Savage, any call outs?
Down one on the left.
I don't know where I'm getting shot up from. Oh, behind. Oh, he's on top of your building.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Savage here. Look, I know this video is a lot different from my tips and tricks videos, but I really hope this puts some insight on the things to come. The meta will change drastically. Get ready for it. But guys, again, if you haven't already, subscribed to the channel right now, leave a like on the video and follow us over on Twitch. where we stream 6 days a week. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.